I've always loved Indian design and fashion, and I've also always loved football fashion. And I've been wondering why the Indian Federation doesn't make more of an effort to include, some of that Indian design and fashion into their actual jerseys and maybe make it more wearable in day-to-day life. I'm sure the designers have enough caveats and rules to follow while designing their jerseys, but I thought, what if I try to redesign the Indian women's football jersey today? So I've taken the challenge upon myself, and let's see what I come up with. So the Indian women's football team are called the Blue Tigresses. So I thought to initially work off that and work off their current jersey, which this is the shade of blue that they're working with, and they already have tiger stripes on it. So I thought, okay, let me start with the base of the solid blue. And I had a very specific silhouette in mind, which is kind of inspired by the Japan 2006 jersey, I think it is. I will insert a picture. And it kind of has like this like taken in collar and stuff. So I wanted to go off that. And I wanted to maintain the blue tigress theme and include the tiger stripes on it. But I also wanted some kind of like dynamic lines. So I started off by just sectioning off the jersey with the lines itself to have like the side paneling, which is where I wanted to put the tiger stripes. And I initially tried to like cut out these stripes and put them on the jersey because I thought that would be like neater, but I just was not able to figure it out. Also, like, I am not a professional designer and I'm not formally trained in Photoshop, so everything I do is super homemade and just like trying to do it however I can to get the result. So yeah, I wasn't able to cut out these stripes. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but I couldn't figure it out. So I ended up just tracing them from the picture and hand drawing it in the exact place that I wanted it. It took me some time to figure out what brush like looked the best as well, and then I wasn't super happy with the color I had picked to do it, so I played around with some blend modes, and then this like light blue was working for me. And then of course the India crest. I also am a big fan of the crest in the center. I like that vintage look a lot. Like, I think it's like clean, it's nostalgic, it feels more like fashion, I guess. So I guess I started off with the crest on the side, and then I wanted to add the Adidas shoulder stripes because it just feels like the jersey is more cohesive then, and maybe one day we'll get an Adidas. The Blue Tigresses will get an Adidas sponsorship. Not yet. So yeah, and then I ended up adding the jersey I ended up adding the crest in the center, and then I thought I'd stop there for this jersey because I can continue to play around with this forever. But I did do a couple versions of this. I thought it could be fun to have like this is like really like unhinged, like, but I thought it could be fun to have like a pink version, like a pink Jaipur version of it. And then I also tried a white tiger one. Oh no, JK. I didn't do that. And then I also tried my issue with the other blue was that I didn't love it. It felt very boring to me. It felt like very flat. So I thought I could switch up the shades of the blue a bit, and I did. So you can see I tried this pink. This is the version I was working with. I added the RSG logo on the top of the crest as well because gotta have the RSG logo. And then you can see I was playing around with the pinks a lot. I just thought, let me see if I could include some pastels. It wasn't working. And then I thought, let me try a darker blue because I think that could just be more striking. And then I ended up lightening the tiger stripes for like, I guess, more of like a white tiger look. And this is what we finished with. And I do really like this jersey. I think it looks very clean. I think the darker blue actually makes the lighter tiger stripes like pop way more. It just looks nice. Like this dark blue just, I think, is much nicer than the other blue I was working with to begin with. So that, I guess, we can call the home kit. I did attempt an away jersey as well, and let's get into that. So I wanted to do something that included some kind of Indian textile because I thought that would be cool. I'm also, feeling inspired by the recent like No Black No White collab with the Bandhni. I thought it would be cool to include something, so I picked ikat. India has a rich textile heritage in general, and I wanted to celebrate that. And ikat is something that is practiced all over the country, so it felt, perfect to use. It's also just very complex and intricate as a design and like adds a lot. So I thought it would be cool on a jersey. It took me a while to settle on something that I actually liked with this. I initially started off with the same jersey silhouette that we had for the blue tigress jersey, with the same blue as the base, and I was looking for like a blue ikat print that I could use, and this is the one that I picked. And then I was trying to play around with what works, whether like, having it on the whole jersey would work or not. I wasn't liking this at all. And then eventually I think I decided to just have it again as paneling. And then it looks cool. I think it's nice. It's clean, but this felt still boring to me. Like I haven't done much work. Like I haven't done much. This, you can hardly call this like redesigning. It's the bare minimum. So I took another stab at it, and I think the step one was just ditching this jersey silhouette altogether. And I went for a collared one. I love a good collared jersey. Again, like I like that the collared jersey gives that like vintage look, and I really like it, like the retro jersey. So I went with so I started off with the collared one, and I also ditched the initial ikat print that I had chosen, and I went with this one. I liked it more to begin with. I just wasn't sure how to like change the colors I end up figuring it out. So I started working on this, and I started, and then the print was too big, so I had to rework it a couple times to make sure that the print was smaller, so that it's not as stark, and like it just made more sense and like a consistent pattern. And it took me a while to figure out how to do that and make sure that everything was like perfectly aligned, so you couldn't actually tell that I've like joined like one picture multiple times. This was definitely shaping up to be something more interesting. And then I had to figure out how to change like the orange color, because I still wanted to use the blue from the blue tigress. It took me a while, but we got it done. And then obviously everything had to be changed to different shades of blue. And then I was looking at a lot of inspo, and a lot of collared jerseys that was so patterned had different colored collars and like sleeves, so we thought we'd include that too. And the first instinct was a navy blue collar, because we've anyways got so much blue going on, so I thought it would be cohesive. Tried out the Adidas stripes on this as well, but the stripes were just making it look too like hype beast and just like something that would only be sold at, like a hype beast type store, and that was not the vibe I was going for. So we ditched that idea, and then I explored a red collar. The red and blue combination is stunning, but eventually I decide that it's not the move. Anyway, so the India crest we're still keeping in the center. It's like very much inspired by that like Umbro England jersey. I wear it a lot in the videos, if you know. I changed the India crest to be monotone so that it was just like more striking and just like visually made more sense to be monotone. So we went with the same dark blue that the collar is, and and then I was feeling like the sleeves were like the white of the sleeve and the white that's just in the jersey was just too white, so I thought I'd change it to cream, like just something a little bit more off-white so that it wasn't so white, and the cream was working way more. But now that the sleeves and everything else was cream, I had to change the inside of the white part of the design as well to cream, so that took me some more time, but we got it done. And then I discovered blend modes again and I was playing around with the blend modes, and honestly, like, there were a lot of good options. Like this brown kind of looks pretty sick as well. What do you think? And even this like grey situation. Anyways, stuck to the blue because blue tigress. Added the RSG logo. Now this also took me some time because I was like, should I add the whole logo? Should I just cut out the text? But then the text was obviously not showing up. I abandoned that problem for a second and was wondering. For a second I was like, is the jersey looking too flat and does it need something to break up the silhouette? And maybe I just like really like paneling, because I was like, should I try paneling? I did. I first tried the RSG lavender that we have. It didn't make any sense. And the blue it doesn't look bad. I don't think that the blue looks bad. I just don't think that was entirely necessary. I just don't think it was entirely necessary. But I did try a bunch of other options. Yellow, because there is some yellow in the design. Orange, because, India. And it wasn't really working. And then then I tried cream as a last resort with some like piping. Once again, didn't love it. I don't know if the silhouette of the jersey itself was just becoming distorted and that's why I didn't like it. I tried to fix it a lot, and then I think I just decided that panelings was just not the move, so we removed it altogether. We have both logos in the center of the jersey, but something was still missing for me, and I think it was just breaking up because the ikat print is so bold and there's so much of it on the jersey that I just needed something to break it up a little bit. And I was looking at I was scrolling on Pinterest, just looking at some more inspo, and then just some like light piping made sense, and we tried that, and that was like exactly what it needed. Tried some different colors, tried to bring back the red. It still wasn't working. The piping was just, I think that was exactly what was missing, and it immediately came together very well, and that is what we have come up with. So these are our two jerseys. This is the away kit, and this is the home kit. Let us know what you think and whether you like the jersey. Would you wear it? Did I do a good job? And if I should do more jerseys and continue the series. See you!